Hi, folks, and welcome. I'm Tom Kvicka. I want to start you off with the little weathercast here this evening. The stream with a remarkably warm overnight and early morning here. This is July and early April. The average minimum temperature here in the Alexandria Pineville area for July is 73 degrees, and you see we're ranging from about 72 to 75. So in fact, yes, that was a record. And there are statistics kept on such things as record high minimum temperatures. So if we can stay above 70 degrees by midnight, we'll break that record, certainly with these numbers. Right. And that is fueling severe weather to the north of us right now. We see the clouds, and in all these camera views, you can see that these clouds are moving kind of briskly, capturing that movement. There we are in Gina, a little bit less cloudiness over in that direction. And then going over toward Natchitoches, farther to the north, 82 up there. We're seeing winds, still gusty winds. I saw 25 just a bit ago. And we've had gusts into the 30s and 40s here for today across Cenla and areas that report such things. So clouds continuing there, and we can still see the clouds moving over from south to north. Coming up, this is the kind of the heart of what I'm talking about. We got to have some storms first. And this is a good armchair forecasting rule. Storms first when it's warmer and unstable enough, then cooler. And we've got both coming. So storm potential for us outlining for this evening a severe weather outbreak pretty much in this area. I think this is a little bit too far south. I don't think this goes much below I-20 up here. But for these other folks, all the way up into southern Illinois and Indiana, western Kentucky, western Tennessee, yeah, they're in ground zero with this. And if that wasn't enough, there's flood potential with that situation as well, basically in the same area. So this is a pattern where we're getting more weather to the north of us than we are down here. But we'll get our chance as we head into Saturday. So radar showing the pretty good thunderstorm. In fact, there was a warning on that particular storm. You notice that that's pretty close to our area here in central Louisiana. Let me put the alerts on. There's the tornado watch, not for any of the Cenla parishes. We got warnings back up the other side of Shreveport, though. You can see the lightning strikes there already. And so those severe weather warnings are out. And again, it looks like that is going to stay to the north of us. All right, so satellite and radar, you can just see this. Look at this trough just digging really deep here across the west, and then that momentum pushing all the front, pushing the convection area to the north of us. Notice that there's a little bit to the across North Louisiana. Then it's all points northward from there, where the energy, dynamic energy, is going. So Futurecast will step you through the next couple of days. Don't see anything really happening here in central Louisiana. As we see, always a chance of a stray shower or a thunderstorm in these kind of patterns. But there'll be another windy day Thursday. Maybe not quite as bad as it was Wednesday, but certainly windy enough. And then by 7 o'clock Friday, we're back out on that morning commute. Just overcast skies and muggy weather will continue. And so rain chances are there, but they're on the low side. So for this evening, the severe potential, I'm not supporting this down into the Grant or LaSalle parishes. I'm going to kind of limit this discussion for today and Sabine, Natchitoches, and Wynne parishes. So here we go with tomorrow's outlook for Thursday. Notice that the threat retreats even further toward the northwest. So Cenla is pretty much in the clear there for that. So for Sabine, Natchitoches, and Wynne parishes, notice that all the bars remain low for this evening. And again, we've got for a short period of time this evening, there could be a couple of supercells develop. The pattern, the feature aloft, most of its energy is well to the north of us. The warm front has blasted through on these southerly winds, so that's probably not much, if any, of a factor now. Be along the warm front boundary, so be to the north of us. Keep a threat level going just in case. 1 out of 5. That's a marginal risk. All modes, hail, wind, and tornadoes would be on the table, is what the environment would support. But with the triggering mechanisms and the lift, I think all that, again, staying pretty much to the north of us, but just kind of keeping myself covered with this. Monitor your weather sources if you're in those parishes, just in case a warning is issued. There was one earlier up to the northwest towards Shreveport. Thursday's rainfall pattern outlining the same philosophy I had for today, maybe 30% across our northwestern, northern parishes there, trailing off to 10s and 20% for the remainder of central Louisiana. It could be AM and PM timing. We had a few sprinkles this morning that were non-measurable. And then we had that thunderstorm out to the northwest of Natchitoches and north of Manny later across DeSoto Parish, I think is where that originated. All right, so let's go beyond this into your future cast where we see, again, this big dip of cool bubble of air here. We call that a trough there. And that's what I pointed out. That wind is coming in from the northwest right on the back side of it and then the southwest ahead of it. And so with this dynamic and the moisture just blasting in on this strong southerly wind, that sets the table for that severe weather again across the midsection of the country. Now I'm going to play this forward. You can see that feature remains to the west of us by Saturday morning, and it will be moving in our direction. There'll be a moisture tap which will continue. It's going to be pretty good quality moisture with this. It will be unstable. We have the dynamics associated with the approach of this disturbance of this trough system, and so we get our turn for severe weather during that time frame. By Tuesday, that thing's out of here. We see a much better weather pattern, but it does set the table on the backside for some cooler weather. I don't know if you call this an Easter snap because Easter's so late this year, but nonetheless, a little early April cool snap. And then the GFS model, which is what this model is, pushing in a little disturbance there toward the latter part of the week. Right now, it doesn't seem like anything that I can respect with a 7-day forecast. So, all right, so severe outlook. Here's our turn for Saturday night with already a 30% or higher risk of severe weather, and we're kind of in the crosshairs ourselves there, as this is farther to the south than what's happening now across central and north Louisiana, South Arkansas, and much of Mississippi during the Saturday night time frame. So the 7-day forecast, summing it all up, 20% for tomorrow. Another windy day. I expect 35, 40 mile per hour in gusts. Well, we had 45 in some places. I think 46 at AX was the highest I've heard. So the wind blows again for tomorrow, pushing that energy to the north of us. We'll double the chances of some showers and thunderstorms on Friday at about 40%, and then up it to 100 on Saturday, 90% Saturday night. So we'll get wet with that. Some locally heavy rain is possible. I'm looking at a pretty decent, maybe 1 to 3 inch rainfall event with this. Going to linger the rain chances into Sunday morning, but look how much cooler it is Sunday than Saturday's temperatures there. So again, there's a little early April cool spell. 46 and 65 for Monday, mostly clouds. Still some energy aloft to get through, but I don't think it's going to cause any rain Monday. And then finally, a second front there Tuesday kind of really cleans things up with a really dry air coming into the forecast there. 43, 45 for your lows. High temperatures in the low to mid 70s those days. Sunny days and mostly clear nights, stable and tranquil. And we'll enjoy that after Saturday night's storms. All right, Nate Miculus will be with you tomorrow morning, and I'll see you again during the early evening. Take care and hope your Thursday is terrific.